Tier above CHISA. Wow. I mean, seriously. That's just something you really can't mess up, bro. Like, man, wow. What is up, y'all? So in this one, we're going to be taking a look at the Prydwen tier list, man. And the reason we're going to be doing this is, once again, they have made some questionable decisions on the Wuthering Waves tier list, of course. That's just what they do, you know, make the questionable decisions. Now, some of them are pretty solid decisions, I'm not going to lie. I kind of can get behind them. I've seen a few things, and I'm wondering, honestly, how this is going to be. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it. All right, so we're looking at Amieth and Sigrika at the apex of the game. And I agree with this, obviously. I agree with this. I would put Luke up there with them, potentially. And I would probably put Galbrina with an expert. Yeah, and that's what I would do there. Outside of that, it's pretty fine, though. It's honestly fine. Carlotta, you know how they value Carlotta, right? They just value that consistency so much. And I get it, honestly. And she's very easy to use, too. You don't have to do anything crazy. So, honestly, I can kind of get behind that Carlotta T1 still. Zani should honestly be Expert plus 2. Not going to lie. Expert plus 2-1 Zani action. I definitely think so. She's in the realm of them. Especially if you're going to put Cardathea with an Expert plus 1 and B tier 0, then Zani is not too far behind. But you could have an RB for 0.5, but still, I think she's T0. Brant's expert plus 1 with for the main DPS section. I think that's fine. But I think he should just be T1 at a baseline. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna put Carlotta there. You definitely could put Brant there. Not gonna lie. Gian is sitting in 1.5 as well. You could definitely throw him in with an expert tag, or just the expert tag for sure. Honestly, expert. You know, put Carlotta there. Gian is not too far behind. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, expert plus 1 there. Yeah, especially with Phoebe as well. Expert plus 1, she's gonna be there. Encore, if you want to learn Encore, then hey, go ahead. She's solid. You could definitely expert plus 1 her as well. I don't know why we don't use the expert plus tag like all the time, bro. Honestly, because there's so many units that just have such a high skill like thing. Like Sigrika, I would say is not really like that. You can't really expert her tag her, from what it seems, but for units that have these quick swap windows and stuff like that, definitely expert tag is very valid. T2 for the Yao with the Lene action. Camellia, for some reason, is on tier with Havoc Rover. I don't know why that's the case. Obviously, Havoc Rover is a better speedrun unit, but Prydwen doesn't care about speedruns as far as I know. So, Camellia should definitely be bumped up. She's definitely up there in the T2 action, so I don't know what we're doing there. Alright, sub DPSs. We're not going to talk about the, the irrelevance at the bottom too much. Unless we spot somebody who, should not be there, right? Now we have the big four right here. This is really the big four. Sakona, Lupa, Lene, and now Chiwan. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this. Chiwan was going to go up here when he got another, Sigrika came in. And yeah, that's what happened. And it's, it's valid. He has 3 top DPSs. He has Galbrina, he has Frolova, and he has Sigrika, which is really good. He is insane. The reason Sigrika is so good is because of Chiwan. It's similar to Carthea, partner stuff. It very, Chiwan, bro. His buffs are insane. Lupa, very good. She works with, Amy, she works with Galbrina, she works with Chain Lee, Brant, she works with so many characters right now that are just really good, and it's all really due to her. Lene can slot in anywhere and, provide enough buffs to make it work, to be a valid sub-DPS. Lene, for somebody that she doesn't buff, with Lib, is honestly, as long as they're, an attack sailor and stuff, she's honestly, better than Yinlan, better than Jeji. That's crazy, right? Better than Jeji. She's better than Jeji for Carlotta. That's actually insane. And Chacona is very good, too. She's very insane. We all know that. She works with a lot of teams, too. Kind of like an Arrow Lupa, you know what I mean? Now, is really good. She's very, she's the one of these. It's funny. These are, all pure sub-DPSs. Uno's more like a mixed bag, right? Now, these guys, you can cope with, main DPS. Chuan can clear 2-4 main DPS. I'm not sure about the other two. But Uno definitely is an insane main DPS, but she's also a good sub DPS. And I mean, depending on how you like units design, this could be your cup of tea, right? Me personally, my ideal unit is like a Lupa who buffs a lot of units and is really good. Not too many restrictions. Chiwan is also like a close second, honestly, but the way he's designed, like, we don't know for sure there's going to be constant echo damage dealers, but if there is, he's just like Lupa, essentially. Just a little bit more restricted with the anti-quick swap stuff. But though, she's restricted to her buffing with Augusta getting 40% amp, but then she has a 50% heavy outro. And that's about it, really, for her buffing capabilities. The other ones are way more focused on buffing. And it makes her a very good main DPS, but main DPS are a lot easier to power creep than the sub DPSs, right? So I'm not sure how I feel about that, but let me know in the comments how you guys feel about that. Brant as sub DPS is looking at a T1 placement with an expert +1. It's very valid, very strong. Very strong. Brant is very strong with the Lupa action, especially. Chang Li, I go skip to Chang Li. Cantarell looking at a 1.5. I don't think she's on par with Phoebe. Phoebe's definitely better than her right now because Cantarell so replaced Phoebe. With Zani is like a must, right? So honestly, I would go Phoebe with an expert +1 here. She's definitely like insane with Zani. And for some reason, I guess these 4 stars are fine here. They just work with so many units. Yeah, that's fine, honestly. Expert +2 on a Chang Li. She's going to be T1 here. You could argue a 0.5 or T1. I'm very biased, obviously, but she is very strong still. It's actually insane. Zheji T2 is fine, I think. I do not think that Zheji is above Rosia. We've been through this multiple times. For some reason, Prydwen thinks that Rosia and Yinlin are equal, but then Zheji is just a step above, right? Rosia, she works with Frolova and Camellia and Havoc Rover. Zheji works with basically just Carlotta. And for some reason, Rosia is below her. I don't know what they value out of Zheji so much, man. It's actually insane. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what they're thinking. 200 attack. All right, let's compare. More personal damage from Rosia by a sizable margin. And then you have 200 attack, 2 echo cast, and grouping. Grouping can still be used in the tower, right? And then a 45% amp. Zheji has 45% amp, then 15 energy refund. Which if you have adequate ER subs, which you can drop an ER sub for like, offensive stat, but sometimes people just have great echoes that's not as big of a jump. Like, you won't be seeing, attack percent, you'll be seeing like, I don't know, flat attack instead at that fifth stat. So I don't know how to feel about that, honestly. 2 echo casts, Rosia has that can be used in the future or something like that. I'm really not sure how to feel about that. Rosia definitely deserves her spot in T2. Some weirdos obviously always love to tell me, oh, Rosia's not good, bro. You don't play her. Like, I've seen enough Rosia action to know that she's good, bro. I'm sorry. If you guys want, I can drop you a speed run link where Rosia is speed running with Havoc Rover and versus Fleur de Lis, in the current tower. Very, very solid unit. She just doesn't have the greatest partners for speed runs, but hey, Frolova 0.5 in their book, so why is Rosia down here? I have no clue. Maybe because she's replaceable, but so is Zheji, where Zheji's replaced by freaking Lene. Sorry, excuse my language. Yinland, I think that's fine, honestly. And then we have Lumi Disrespect. Lumi should be moved up here. That's fine. Okay. Mornier and Shorekeeper, obviously, for some reason, we have CHISA and Arrow Rover equal here. I think there's a gap. We definitely should drop Arrow Rover down with Spectra Rover. But, if you value the versatility in Arrow Rover with the, the weapon amp and stuff, sure, bro, sure. But, I think CHISA is above Rover, so, I think you'd put Arrow Rover down here, bro. Honestly, I don't know what they're thinking, but that's fine, I guess. We're going to get, I saw the Weeva placement. Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that, trust me. Bowling is fine. T1.5 here, that's honestly fine. Baji is so clunky to play, nobody cares about her. Alright, this is the big boy list right here. Big boy list. Frolova is an arterial of her own, which I kind of don't agree with now because Sigrika has increased Frolova's ceiling by quite a lot. A 4-star token team is getting 6.5k points. To put that into perspective, Augusta Uno with the shield token was getting around 6K. Frolova, Premium, Cantarella, Frolova, and Chiwan with the gold token last reset were getting 6.3, 6.5K. So they got 6.6K this reset with the 4-star token. And that is quite an insane increase. I'm not gonna lie. I got 5.5K with Frolova, Cantarella, Chiwan with the 4-star token. And so that's like a 1.1K jump. Granted, I didn't play as good as the person who got 6.6K, but I still played decently enough. I'm a solid player, obviously. So that ceiling increases alone is really enough to put her T0. But looking at her hypercarry is just below like Frolova, Cantarella, SK. It's a little bit below that them. But it's more like Augusta, in line with Augusta Uno, slightly better than Augusta Uno. I'm not entirely sure yet. It's more in line with those though. For sure. Augusta Uno level is more like, her hyper level. But that Frolova Chiwan team is insanely, like, it's just absolutely insanely busted. It's nothing's even close to it. Alright. For some reason, Gian, I don't know if they, like, accidentally put Gian's PNG here instead of Cardathea or something, bro. But, for some reason, he's in this T1 area with Galbrina and Augusta. Galbrina really even shouldn't be here. Augusta's low-key T1 by herself. Maybe even, you could argue Amieth with Expert, maybe, but I don't even know. Galbrina and Gian, I guess Galbrina could say maybe. I dropped Galbrina down, but, Galbrina's fine. Gian is not fine, though. You have to drop Gian down to, like, right here. Maybe even right here with an Expert +1. But he is not on the same level as August. I don't know what they're smoking at the headquarters. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, though. Prydwen just always makes weird decisions, man. Amieth, Cardathea, Zani, all pretty solid. Expert +1 is looking at T1 if you play him good, it's just alright. But honestly, if you're going to do that, give Augusta +1, Expert +1 to 0.5. Definitely. And then Camellia, for some reason, they want to put main DPS Phoebe above Camellia. Camellia Rosia still slaps the crap out of Whimpering Waste, so honestly, you could put Camellia, she deserves, honestly, right here, if not Expert +1. And then we have Xiao, he's fine here. These are more single target DPSs, but for some reason, Ling Yang is in the picture? He's in the picture? Like, I mean, seriously, bro. I don't know, man. Brant even, I think if enemies ungroup, that's a problem for Brant. But if you can keep them grouped, that double anchor action and Whimpering Waste is definitely crazy. Definitely still insane. And then if you could play Luke Well with the dash cancels and wave management, then you're looking at like a T2 placement, which is, I think that's valid. Maybe, yeah, I think that's pretty valid. Genshi, I think she could be moved up because Frolova, Cantarella teams, and then if you play her hyper well, definitely Expert tag. If you play her hyper well, she could probably perform good still. But Frolova, Cantarella is definitely a nice wheelchair for Genshi to perform well in Whimpering Waste. So I don't know why that would be the bottom of the barrel, but yeah. And then we have the sub DPS tier. Now, Chiwan is in a tier of his own, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the more I think about it, I agree with this. The reason for that, the best team that I just mentioned, right? It's getting 6.6K. The core factor of that is Chiwan. When Lupa was T0, the core of the team was Lupa, right? And she was the reason it was so good. It still was great, but she was the reason it was like, Wild Fusion was such a great team. And it still is, but she's still the reason. That Sigrika Frolova action is he's the glue. He puts those two together to make them work and Whimpering Waste to get that insane ceiling raise. So, and he also just works with these three units. I mean, if we take a look here, Cantarella works great with Frolova, but nobody else here. Lupa works great with Galbrina, great with Amieth, but nobody else, right? And then she works great with like Brant and Chainley, which are all sub DPS, but they still work in Whimpering Waste pretty good. And then Lene works great with like Amieth, right? So I definitely could see why Chiwan would be a tier above them. He just has way better options when it comes to the Whimpering Waste action. And yeah, he's actually not bad himself. He's got great AoE. He's got some grouping. And He doesn't get interrupted as much if you're playing him with Frolova and Sigrika, especially. He basically gets never interrupted because Sigrika has a stagnate. Frolova also has a stagnate. Galbrana, you could get stagnated, but he just breaks them in enemies in Weewa, so it's not really a big deal. He usually doesn't get interrupted. But yeah, Cantarella's still holding her spot here, even though she's kind of replaced. But, you know, I mean, hey, some people don't have that team. Some people want to play that team. And if that's the case, Cantarella, like Hyper with Frolova or just the Chiwan Frolova Cantarella team is still very, very competent. Lupa still has Monofusion teams, which are still competent as well. Lene has everybody on the roster, but most notably Amieth, which she's solid with. Brant is very good. If you can, like, position his anchor well, especially to get, like, you know, a hit on multiple waves, essentially. Shikono, we're disrespecting Shikono a little bit. She definitely deserves an expert +1 here. Chang-Li, expert +1. For some reason, Sanhua is here. I have really no clue because nobody works with Sanhua here that great. I don't really know. We have Rosia below Sanhua, actually. We have Rosia below Sanhua. She's on par with Danjin, actually. She's Danjin level. The unit that groups immaculately and works with Camellia, who is an AoE unit, and Frolova, who is T0, a tier of her own. And we're putting Rosia here. Sanhua works with Cardathea as a cope option, and then works with Camellia, who is worse than if Rosia was with Camellia by quite a bit in Whimpering Waste. So I don't really get that logic, but I'm just going to let it slide because I'm just kind of used to that BS that Prydwen keeps throwing at me. Now, Zheji, no clue why Zheji is right here and Yinlin is right here. But we've seen this last time. Yinlin should be up here. She has AoE moves. Zheji doesn't. She works with AoE units. Zheji doesn't. Case closed. I'm not going to argue that. Shorekeeper, tier of her own here. Mornier, I honestly would put her up here because Mornier, you put her on the first side, she gets basically all of her buffs, right? And you're constantly breaking in Whimpering Waste. So that buff that you're only getting for 8 seconds is actually going off constantly, right? I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But I heard that somewhere, and I was like, dang, okay. So that's really nice. And then Verena is... that's fine, that's fine. Then we have... Hold on. For some reason, Prydwen has decided that it is okay to put Spectra Rover above CHISA and Rover when we are arguing that Cardathea and Zani are the same level. When CHISA works with both Cardathea and Amieth, Spectra Rover right here only works with Zani. But for some reason, he is just a tier above CHISA. He is a tier above. Tier above. A tier above him, man. Tier above CHISA. Wow. I mean, seriously. That's just something you really can't mess up, bro. Like, man. Wow. So without further ado, let's take that BS out of here. Let's move S Rover down, CHISA up. And then we have a valid placement. Honestly, CHISA could +2. I'm not going to lie. Once again, the unit that gathers, and we just don't value that, right? The gather. You know what I mean? The gather. +2 right here on the CHISA action, though. And then minus on the Spectra Rover. And then, actually, it's funny because I think Arrow Rover is above Spectra Rover and TOA. That's kind of interesting. Alright, anyway, Baji and Bulling for some reason are on the same page. Honestly, I'll put Bulling. That's fine. I'd put Bulling above her, but I guess that makes sense because you're not going to throw Baji down here with these guys. She's way better than them. Yuhu and Yuan Wu. I just pronounced this wrong, but useless is a better, pronunciation. But without further ado, that's the list for Tower of Adversity and Whimpering Waste. Let me know if you guys want me to actually do my own list, get somebody on here and help me make a list or something like that. I honestly usually do make my list during these videos, like saying where I place them at, but I need a more like thought process, I guess, behind it, because I like kind of just throw them in there because I know it's like, it's pretty obvious, right? But let me know what you guys think. Definitely some more interesting videos coming, some more tier lists on the designs and stuff like that. I've just been kind of out of it recently, but hey, that's it for me, y'all, and peace out.